Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to another episode of J. Sterling Morton High School's 201 Today. This afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be meeting with some of our guidance counselors from both Morton East and Morton West High Schools. And we're going to be talking about planning for your son or for your daughter after high school, helping your student, helping your child with post-high school planning. So let's go around the room here and introduce everyone to our viewers. And why don't you, Ms. O'Neill, tell us your name, where you work, etc.
My name is Patricia O'Neill. I work at the Morton East campus, and I've been here for 9 years.
Very good. Thank you. Sarah?
My name is Sarah Guzman, and I am over at the Morton West campus, and I've been here for 2 years.
Thank you. Mike?
I'm Michael Weber. I'm a counselor here at Morton East, and this is my 18th year.
Excellent. Adriana?
I'm Adriana McCormack. I've been here 16 years at Morton East High School as a bilingual counselor.
I wanted to start our conversation today talking a little bit about the role of the guidance counselor for our viewers. What is the role of the counselor in the high school? And when we were talking about this earlier, we said there were primarily 3 areas that the counselors were concerned with and that the counselors work with. Well, why don't we start by asking you, ladies and gentlemen, what are those 3 areas that the counselors work with? What's one of the areas, Ms. O'Neill?
One of the areas is academics. So we help students select classes. If they're having difficulty in classes, we may speak with the student and the teacher. Again, we'll have a conversation with the student and parent. So academics is one area.
Choosing classes, making out a 4-year high school plan. Mm-hmm. I think when we think about counselors, that's what most students would say the counselors do. They work on scheduling, they work on planning for classes. But the counselors are involved with more than that. What's another area, Sarah, that counselors are concerned with?
Counselors are concerned also kind of going hand in hand with the whole academic post-secondary, which is what our topic is. And just helping students, what is their plan after high school? Whether it may be if the student is college bound, interested in a trade, going to a vocational training school, whether it be the military, or whether it's just finding an internship or a job. So what are their plans after high school?
Excellent, very good. And we're going to spend most of our show today talking about post-secondary planning primarily for juniors and for seniors. But what is the third of the 3 areas that counselors can help students with in the high school? Mike?
The third is social emotional.
And what does that mean exactly?
And that's could be peer relationships, relationship with teachers, how students are feeling about classes, about their future. Right now we're seeing that with seniors. Seniors are starting to get what people term senioritis. They're getting a little anxious. What are their plans after high school? What path will they go down? And when we talk about the student and the counselors, we look at those 3 and how they supplement each other and how they are balanced with each other. And that's when the student's going to find their success. Good. Now and later.
Good. So we've got the personal social issues that the counselors work with and with the students, and we've got the academic planning that the counselors do, and then we've got the after high school, or what we call post-secondary planning, that the counselors do too. Let's talk a little bit about that. Let's start with our juniors. And thinking about juniors, 17 years old now, less than a year and a half to go in high school before they graduate. When you counselors think about juniors, what are some of the things at this point in the school year, in March, what are some of the things that juniors should be doing or should be seriously looking at?
Okay, the first thing that comes to mind is the ACT. And the juniors will be taking the ACT come April 22nd and 23rd.
That's juniors throughout Illinois, right?
Throughout Illinois, yes. And it is required to graduate from Morton High School. And it would be, and it is also mandatory for college, to have it for college entrance.